everybody. Welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Beth.
And this is Jayme.
We're just two oldish, youngish ladies with a dating app update.
I am so
Jayme,
curious about this. I'm so ready for an update.
I said at the beginning of this year that I would join the dating sites, and I was hesitant.
Dragging your feet. Yes.
Dragging my feet. I had to get pictures.
Excuses.
So I was able to find enough pictures finally to just set up the accounts. And then I just kind of ripped the Band-Aid off. Like I had the pictures. And so I just set them up and I was like answering my prompts and stuff and spending all this freaking time on my bio. And immediately started getting likes and stuff and realized a lot of men do put no energy into the bio, no energy into anything, which is fine. And I think the best thing is one of the first guys that swiped on me or matched, or I don't know all the terms at this point. I don't care. You can see I'm very dedicated to this process. But he literally was like, what did it say? He was into BBW, orally inclined BBWs for like FWB.
I do remember you sending me a screenshot of that because I was like, what do those letters mean?
Yeah, which for people that don't know, BBW is big, beautiful woman, which I kind of was offended because like I'm a chubby girl, but BBW I always thought was like a bigger girl, like a big girl. No offense, like I'm not trying to body shame any, but I was just like, okay, sir, I'm mid-sized, first of all. I get it, I'm short, but okay. And then friends with benefits and then orally inclined. I was just like, what the hell?
Gross.
Is this and he's exactly what you would think of when you see that picture of him.
Gross.
And I'm just like, great, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait. I love it so much. I'm into it. So anyway, I joined Bumble and Hinge. And the thing about Bumble is that, oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I just have so many questions.
Yes.
Like, is there a bunch of overlap? That's what I'm wondering. Like,
So
are all the people on Bumble also all on Hinge too?
I haven't had a bunch. I haven't had a huge amount, but I have a thing where I don't like a lot of people. I wait for people to like me because I get nervous because we live in a more conservative area that's not super diverse. And I don't want to like on somebody that's like, might not like Black people in a way that could be harmful. Like I just get nervous, you know? So the first weekend, get lots of likes and stuff. And it, Hinge has been a little bit unhinged, honestly. Like the first guys that have mentioned, liked a picture or whatever. I hate when people are like, hello, beautiful. Like, stop. It's not okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys are like laying in bed with like a half shirt. Like they don't have a shirt on. They just have I'm just like, that's not sexy. But I do like your dog. Lots of young guys, like 20, 22. And I'm like, sir, I'm your mother. I could be your mother legitimately. No, that's not going to happen. So my profile is set to be like, I think I did like 40. Yeah. Cause I'm 45 to 55. That was my preferred range, but anybody can like you. Cause like if you're okay. Yeah. So I don't have it locked down where like anybody could see you and just like you if you're in there, whatever. And it feels like a lot of these men are just like whoever. So I'm doing okay. I'm not great at texting people. I don't even text my friends. So this is a pain. Yeah. And anyway, so I match up with somebody. We both match and he's talking to me a little bit and come to realize like he works where I work. And so wow. So he seems okay. Like I'm not super attracted. I'm just trying to dip my toes in. So he asks if I want to do coffee. I'm like, sure. So first of all,
wait, have you guys been texting back and forth through the app?
We only are so I'm only texting through the app at this point. I'm not giving anybody my number just because.
And you decided to go on a little date.
Yeah,
and that's after you had talked a little bit.
Yeah, we talked for
I just don't know how this works. It's like, do you talk and then, or are you just like,
I don't know
cute,
either,
let's
Jayme.
meet up?
I think you're cute. Let's meet up is more of hookup culture. I think usually you chat for a little bit, but again, I'm newer back in the game at this. So we chatted for basically 3 or 4 days. And then the thing about Bumble that sucks though, so you match with somebody or they like you like them. You only have 24 hours to message them. And then they have 24 hours to message you to make the match complete. So you can actually go back and forth. And if they don't do that, it just falls away. You never see them again. So it's there was one guy I matched with that I thought he was super cute.
What if you're sick or what if you're
it's too bad for you. So it's there was a couple guys too that I matched with. I texted them, but not fast enough back. And then eventually they unmatched with me because I wasn't fast enough for them. Like, whatever.
Wow,
Again, I'm
so you
super
gotta
invested.
be on there every day.
And it's just like, it's annoying because I'm like, I don't like to be up all on here all the time. And anyway, so homie and I are like texting back and forth, and he picks a coffee shop, like, and it's like 15 minutes from where we work. And we do not work in any, like, I don't see him. We do not work in a place where it's like anything like
There's
that.
no overlap.
There's no overlap. So I've never seen him before or whatever. Cause he was concerned about that. I'm like, okay, you're not like, unless you're my manager, it doesn't matter. Like you have to be in like line management in order for it to get weird. Like that's not happening. I don't even know you. So anyway, he picks this place and it's kind of far away from work. And I'm like, he wanted to meet at 4 and normally we get out at 4:30. I'm like, so I'm going to leave work early to do this. I'm like, I'm already kind of annoyed, but it's whatever. So I get to the coffee place, which I don't even drink coffee. And so I get like a chai latte, like an iced chai latte, which this comes up later. So I'm there, or I get there so we're supposed to meet at 4. I'm there at 3:58. And so I go in, I don't wait. I'm not a wait in the car type of girl. So I'm going to go in, and I'm also not going to wait for you because like, what's happening. So I get my coffee. Of course, they're doing like construction in there or something. Their espresso machine's broken. So it's a little bit loud, blah, blah, blah. I sit down and I get a message from him like, oh, are you still coming? I'm like, yeah, I'm already here. He's like, oh, I'm just a few minutes away, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so you're
are
late.
you still coming? He's texting you at 4?
Yes. And I'm like, yeah,
You're
dude.
Like, we have a plan. Why would
I confirmed like what's happening. So I'm not annoyed. I'm just like, I'm kind of nervous, but like not super nervous, but just like anticipation.
Yes.
So he pulls in. He's like, "Oh, are you here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm inside. I'm inside." Like he's looking at me in the parking lot. I'm like, "I'm not sitting in my car waiting for you." So he comes in. He looks different than his pictures. So he's clearly lost some weight, and his pictures are a little bit older. So I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." He goes to get a drink. I guess they didn't have what he wanted, so he didn't get anything. So I only have a drink. So I'm like, this is fantastic. So we're just sitting there talking, blah, 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 blah. It's fine. He mentions he has kids. They're in elementary school, which is a little bit younger than I'm comfortable with because that's like,
still being raised.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, I have them on the weekends. I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds fun for you. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't have children. I love all my friends that have kids and their children, all that stuff. I'm not going to be a soccer mom. I'm not sitting at games on the weekends.
Yeah.
I'm not going to gymnastic meets. I'm not going to practices. Like, I'm sorry, not happening right now in my life. I have skim coating to do. So anyway, we're talking blah, blah, blah. And, we talk about work to start because that's what you talk about.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And he's like, hey, like, do you want to go sit outside? I'm like, it's spring. So it's like not warm, but it's not cold. So I'm like, okay. So we go outside and there's all these chairs set up. And I'm like, oh, you want to sit there? He's like, oh, do you want to just sit in my car?
Wait, what?
I'm like, what?
No.
Your car that's facing a bush?
That's weird.
I don't want to go sit in a car with you.
Why would you? Why? That's a very weird suggestion.
Yeah,
to
I was
me.
just like, no, I'm not fixing to get kidnapped. Not that he could. I was not that I was stronger than him, but I'm a hard one to move, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, no.
Why would he suggest going and sitting in his car? Did he want to make out?
I hope not. I don't think so. I mean, that was not the vibe I was giving. So then, and it's daytime. It's 4:15 at this point.
Well, you can make out anytime, but
yeah, but I'm like, I feel as 40-year-olds on a first date at a coffee shop
strange
is
that
weird.
he would ask to go sit in his car.
Yeah,
I think
like,
that's weird.
Yeah, so I was like, no, I'm not comfortable. So then we're like, but we're close to a park. I'm like, well, we could walk down to the park. And he's like, okay. And then he's telling me just stuff. And then he's like, I just want to know you're beautiful. I'm not just saying that. I'm like, well, now it feels like you're just saying that. So now I feel awkward. It's so weird. So then we go and we sit on a bench and it's fine. And at this point, like he's asked a few questions, but he's not curious about me. And I can tell there's no spark, there's no whatever. But we're talking back and forth and it's fine. And I'm just thinking about how much longer do I have to sit here before I could just be like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye.
But then he was like, well, what do you want? Like next steps? Do you want to go on dinner? Go get dinner sometime? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, let's just keep chatting and see what happens. And so then we head back to the cars and side hug. Okay. And so then I had, so literally like the next day I started my period and it was like violent and I'm not feeling great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I probably need to close loop with this guy. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't care. You're a stranger and I'm dealing with cramps and bloating and all the things. And I'm not thinking about you. Then the next day comes. And so then he sends me a message and he's basically like, after thinking about it, like, I don't think we're a match, blah, 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 like with my kids. And then like, Our work ethic is so different. And then I got
What is that
I was like, what does that mean? What are you talking? But I was like, Beth, you don't care enough to ask, blah, blah. I mean, I didn't even vet this guy. Like, I know people he works with, so I could like have checked. We're fine.
Okay. But you know what? Practice.
But I did it.
You did it. You practiced.
Yes.
You went, put yourself out there at a coffee shop and you got a chai at 4.
Okay. I just want to say where that comes up is that like, so later that night, it's 10:30 at night. I'm laying in my bed. Eyes are popped open, wide awake, not yawning. Usually by that time I'm sleepy. I'm like starting to drift off. I'm accidentally like sending TikToks to people because I'm pressing the wrong button because I'm falling asleep. Nothing. And so I'm just sitting there. I'm like, why am I so alert? What's going on? I'm like, what was different today? I'm like, oh, I had that chai latte. Does chai have caffeine in it?
Yes, it does.
It has caffeine for sure. So then I Googled it and then they're like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have it 4 to 6 hours before going to bed. And I'm just like, great. So I was up for another like 2 hours, which was fantastic. So lesson learned there, only decaf for me because I don't drink any caffeine.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it was another
There's
level.
no way I would have been in the same boat.
It was awful.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now like,
oh wow,
I unmatched with him and now I'm just like constantly like looking at these freaking apps.
When you unmatch, do you have to like push a button that says unmatch?
You push a button that says unmatch and then your text goes away. Like you cannot contact each other anymore in the app, which is kind of nice. But then I didn't realize that. And I'm like, dang it, I should take screenshots for the podcast. So I know now to take screenshots.
Okay.
But so now I have a bunch of people that have liked me on Bumble and some people that have liked me on Hinge. And I need to go through and like, I've been starting to just slowly like weed it down to like, who am I really interested in? Who might work? I messaged another guy. Oh my gosh. So this last week and I was messaging this guy and on Bumble, it's cool because if you're friends with someone and they're on Bumble with you, they can send you, hey, you might like this guy.
Oh.
So I have a girlfriend and she's fantastic. And there's kind of like a little tribe of us that are like in this together, this dating world. So we have like a group chat. I think we shared about before. Jamie's an honorary member. And so we kind of go back and forth with stuff, which is nice. But so she had sent me a guy and he actually ended up liking me. So I like started messaging him. And it's just so annoying because it's just like, I just want somebody to be a little bit curious about me. And these guys are not curious. Like I'm asking questions. They're not asking questions. I feel like this is very like stereotypical and most women that have been on the dating scene know this. And we're going back and forth. It's fine. But I'm just like, I don't think that we mesh well. And then he kind of did a couple like innuendo things like, because we were both watching a movie on a Saturday night. He's like, oh, I'd come over to your house if I was in closer. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, no, you wouldn't because you don't know where I live. And I'm not telling you where I live because I don't talk to strangers. Stranger danger, baby. It was just weird. He gave me a popcorn recommendation to make microwave popcorn though. So for special machines, I was like, okay, I guess I got something out of it.
What do you mean?
He was talking about how he really likes homemade popcorn and it's like one of his things. So then we were talking about it a little bit and then he sent me a link on Amazon to a popcorn maker.
Oh, interesting.
So that's different.
I only ask because I love popcorn.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I can send you the link. So there we go. And then it's like, so then the conversation kind of putters and then you're just kind of like, okay, what's happening now? So it's just this. It's just trying to find people to talk to. And it's like, I'm a horrible texter online. I'm awful at it. It does not interest me. And I'm like, let's just meet and see if there's chemistry. And if not, then let's peace out. But also, I don't want you to be like, no, I think you're an ugly troll or something like that. So I'm like, it's just a weird thing.
Well, I can't imagine anybody thinking that because you're not that. But I do get the sentiment of just that element of vulnerability of like putting yourself out there and like getting rejected. Like nobody wants that.
Well, and trying to be cute on text and you don't know the person's sense of humor. You don't know how they're reading things. Like the tone and texture is hard.
You have to be in a place where you can have enough of like a thick skin, so to speak, of just, you're like being vulnerable, but you got to have your guard up. Like it's just this whole, is what I imagine.
It feels like a game too. And you don't want to be like, I don't want to say things that, oh my gosh, it was like the other night. It was actually last night. Okay. This is awful, but like recently, I don't know what's happening, but I'm very popular in Idaho. Very popular in Idaho with Idahoan white conservative Christian men.
Really?
Yes. Like
I'm pretty
every
sure
other like is that.
I'm pretty sure you don't want any of
aesthetically, very much my type. And so I have to be very careful not to be like, listen, we do not align politically. We do not, I know for a fact that we're like, we are not going to be that. Physically, I'm going to watch my tongue right now. because I want to say something that's going to wind me up somewhere that's not good.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's crazy. I'll show you some of them after this because it's like,
yes, you need to show me.
They have their fists, they're all fishing and hunting and like, they're just so like, yeah, homie, why would you like, my profile is very like, you can tell I'm, probably not your type, but I am your type now. Anyway, it's just a whole weird thing. I don't understand it, but some of them are very attractive and it's just like, I'm like, I can't message you right now because I am going to say something that is very inappropriate. And that's not how I'm going to start this off. There's a couple guys I just want to message though and be like, hey, I know we are not a match for in real life, but I just need to tell you, you are effing attractive. And a different version of me would just drive on over. But thank you for your time. Unmatched.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I mean, you could.
I mean, I could. There's nothing stopping me. I also can just be in a new era for myself. But anyway, I'm just in my Idaho era. I just can't go there because, there's parts that are not safe for me. Anyway, there's a lot of that. And right now too on Hinge, I'm getting a real interesting range of people. I'm getting a lot of guys that are in their early 20s.
Okay.
Looking for fun.
Okay.
And a lot of guys that are in their 60s.
Also looking for fun.
Looking for their lover and their partner. And I'm like, where are my homies at that are like 45 to 50, please? Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. You know what? They're looking at the 20-somethings.
Yes. That's
where they're
my
at.
guess. I mean, I'm getting some of those, but most of them are in Idaho. So I'm like, what is happening? So it has been a trip. Dang. It's just so weird and I hate it so much. I'm trying to do my best. I'm giving it 3 months. I'm 1 month in. I do have it on my calendar to cancel my account in exactly 2 months. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. What are you counting the beginning of the month, like the beginning of this time frame as? Like you're not...
when I paid for the account. So okay. I did the subscription for 3 months because I like to have all the features. So
you have to like be on it and get your money's worth.
Yes. So that's
otherwise you're not giving it a fair try.
Correct.
And I'll make you stay on it. No, I'm just kidding. Not that I could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I don't know. I mean,
I'm trying to be open.
The fact that you went on a coffee date is huge.
Yeah. That's big for me because it's just not, I just don't like doing it. I'm also like, I went to the gym again this week because I'm like, oh, there's men there. Maybe I will find someone. I felt I was objectifying this man so hard and he was too young for me. He had to be in his like late 20s or early mid 30s. I couldn't tell because he had a beard and beards are very whatever. But this man, I was on the treadmill just I was like, I'm going to go 30 minutes on the treadmill. I'm just getting back to working out. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to leave. I'm on my treadmill. I'm seeing this man and I'm facing where they work out with all the weights, the free weights. And this man, first of all, I'm a sucker for somebody with red hair. I don't know why. There we go. And he has this broad shoulders. Clearly he does a lot of like upper body work and he's just working out and I'm just staring at him. And then I'm just like, again, totally objectifying this guy in my thoughts. And he has like a badonk and I'm just like staring at this man every time he turns around.
Did he notice you staring at him?
I don't think so. Because I was discreet and looked away when he wasn't. And also I'm just like, the way I was looking, there's multiple people, but I'm focused on this man. And the thoughts I were having were very inappropriate. And I was like, we're going to go home now. We're not going to approach this man. But also I think I'm going to go back to the gym more just because like, I just need to find,
be there.
I just need to find that sweet spot or when like the guys my age that are, I like a bulky guy are working out so I can just stare at them and look at them when I'm on my treadmill, just getting my steps in and they're, pumping iron. So
is this Orange Theory?
I was just at like a normal gym. So,
okay.
Yeah. Cause if it was Orange Theory, it would have been very awkward.
Yeah. That's what I was picturing. So,
yeah,
okay.
No. Yeah. So it's fun. Also it's like, I feel like I'm a huntress on the prowl because everywhere I go, I'm just looking at men and on their ring situation.
Because you are. You actually
I am, but it feels...
Well, now that you're on the dating apps, it means you're like in that mode of like, I'm looking.
Like I'm actively scanning in public so much more and like swiping
you're
on
You're putting out a different vibe now.
Yeah. And I can't tell if it's good or bad. Like, and the other thing that's weird, it's like, I'm very cautious about flirting, especially at work and stuff. I don't ever want to come off like I'm flirting with somebody because I have had that, I feel like every woman has had this where you're just nice to someone and they think that you're in love with them and they're like asking you on dates and sending you flowers. You're like, oh my gosh, sir, how did you get my address?
Yeah. That's terrifying.
Yes. And so I'm just cautious. And then like I was talking to someone the other day and I'm like, I just winked at you. Like, what is wrong with me? There was a guy that was way too young, again, probably in his late 20s, just becoming a cougar over here. But he like came in and he was like delivering something. And like, at first he's just like, can I drop these here? And then I just smized at him in such a way. And he just opened up he just started smiling too. And I was just like, yeah. I'm like, Beth, you need to calm it down.
Okay. I do have one request.
What?
Can you just lower the age a little bit? What if somebody was 39?
Jayme,
what if somebody was 38 or 39?
They pop up for me and I've liked some of them. That's fine. I'm not like completely whatever.
I thought you had to put in like,
you put in your range, but it's not a deal breaker for me. So if you say it's a deal breaker, then they'll only show people in that range.
Okay, that's what I thought was happening.
No, but so they show a little bit older and a little bit younger. Bumble is not showing me people typically that are like 20. They're showing me people in my range. And then if other people like me that are out of my range, then I see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, good. I'm just like, I don't want you to discount all the 39-year-olds.
I'm not, but again, 39 feels a little young, but I know.
I know it does, but
I'm open to people that I couldn't give birth to or couldn't give birth to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, sir, you could be my father. That's not where I'm at right now in life, maybe in 5 more years. But yeah, it's a whole journey. And it's the lack of care and effort that a lot of these guys have put into their bios and to their picture. I really picked pictures that represent me fully. Like you can see my size, you can see what I look like in different ways. A lot of these guys, I'm like, that, first of all, your first picture is fantastic. Your next picture is 10 years older. You know, like it's like,
here's the thing.
Why is your ex-wife in this picture? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. But you also know what a hurdle that was for you to even get on the apps because you didn't have these pictures. I am thinking that could be a hurdle for a lot of these guys of not.
No, Jayme, we're not making excuses.
I'm not.
I went and took pictures.
You did, but I'm just saying for some of these guys, they didn't put in the effort. You put in the effort. You figured it out. That is a hurdle for people that they didn't bother necessarily to really figure out, but it's also a challenge. And for some people, I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm just trying to understand that I think there's some people on there that are just like, this is the best I have. I don't have pictures of me. Yeah. I don't take selfies like you were saying, right? Like, where are you supposed to get these pictures?
I'm going to show you the pictures and they do. And you're going to see, they literally they just put what they think up. They do not care. They just don't put the effort in. But I'm finding like the same guys that don't put the effort into pictures and their bios and stuff.
Are they just looking to hook up?
I don't know what they're looking for.
What are they looking for?
Who knows? Because in their bios they're saying things, or they're saying they're looking for like a long-term relationship, monogamy, all this stuff. And I did have a friend say though, she was traveling and the bios that she was seeing in like a bigger city were a lot better. Like it was a lot more thoughtful and whatever.
The bigger pool.
And I think that it's just a small pool. And I think a lot of guys just do not take the time. I think there is honestly an epidemic of men, and this is not me being a man hater, maybe a little bit, of not, like, when did we stop trying to peacock and woo a woman? You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some intentionality behind it. There has to be a little bit of like, okay, I can pay for my own dinner. I can pay for my own drink or whatever. But it's like you're trying to win me over. Like, that's part of the game of dating. Yeah. Like, since the beginning. Yeah. Like, you're supposed to bring me something, or you're supposed to like show that you're something that I want. Like, that's why the male birds are pretty, you know? Get your feathers out, sir. Yeah. I'm not asking for a handbag. We're not talking about like, gold digger status or anything, but it's just like, you have to put a little effort out. Yeah. Like, if I put lip gloss on for that man to go to the coffee shop. Yeah. I made sure I had put perfume on and stuff like that to be just zhuzh it up a bit after work. Cause I wasn't going to wear like a dress and get all fancy because it was a coffee thing. But I made I put a little bit of effort in. Like, I left work early. I did, I got there on time, all those things to put effort out for something that you invited me to. And you're going to show up late. Like, what? You know what I mean?
You're going to invite me into your car. That's so weird.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to keep my expectations realistic. But one of the things that I am looking for in a potential partner is the person that is going to, treat you right. Yeah. And I feel like people are on their very best behavior when you start. Like, this should be the best you're ever going to be is right now, as far as like, that's in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I know love can get better over time, deeper love, all that crap. But it's like, if they're not opening the door for you at this stage, they're never going to open the door for you. If they're, you know what I mean? If they're not like taking the time to like be considerate of you. And like, I remember one time I was hanging out with this guy, and every time he would drive so recklessly with me in the car. And I was just like, I don't want to be with you. Like, you've just given me the ick. Like, we weren't together yet. We were just hanging out. But I was just like, yeah, you're not somebody I'd want to be with, because you do not look at me as precious cargo. You don't look at it as worth, like, oh, I want to protect this person in the car. And that's something that's important to me. Someone that wants to protect me. Like, if I fall down, they don't laugh. They are like,
let me help you.
Yeah. Like, or if I start to slip, they're going to run to my aid. And, you know, like, I just need that. And to me, that is that's low tier. Yeah. That's like basic stuff. So,
right.
Anyway, don't get me started on all this. But anyway, so every evening what I do is I look through my likes. I mainly unmatch with people, or just say I don't like them. I don't match with them. And then I'm just trying to match with people that are okay. And
it takes a lot of time to like go through the profiles, I'm sure, and read and just be like, okay,
it's a whole thing.
Is this somebody?
Well, it doesn't take that long because they don't put anything in there, any of their prompts. And then I'm just like, no. The other thing that's annoying is that like, I have my limit. I have my location, like, we're in an appropriately dateable range. A lot of guys, they're just like nationwide, or they're traveling through. So I'll see a guy and I'm like, where are you from? California, Kentucky, Texas, South Carolina. I'm like, no.
Right.
Like, even if you're in Seattle, that's 3-4 hours away from me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
That's stupid. So anyway, it's fine. I love it so much. I'm having the best time of my life.
I can tell.
I'm still hoping that I just run into somebody at the Home Depot.
Yeah.
And then we can just call it a day. And I honestly, my fantasy, Hallmark movie moment, meet cute, would just be like, meet someone and be like, you good? I'm good. And then we're just together. And that's just how it goes. Because I hate all of this other crap.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you do have to go through the crap though, because how are you going to know if you're good? You don't know anything about this person.
I don't care. No, that's why it's the fantasy.
That's
Jayme.
why it's the fantasy. Yeah.
I don't want to know anything about that person. I just want to, start dating.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.